I guess the camera to be watching my hair. How are you guys doing? Anyway, I will have, a lot of things on my mind when it comes to the nursing as career as a whole. Everybody talk about shortage, nursing shortage, nursing shortage. But is there really a nursing shortage? And a lot of data suggests that the shortage will be extremely worse by the year 2025. This is my opinion. I'm thinking of doing a proper video, but this is just me thinking out of the wild and like want to talk about it. There are a lot of things that makes nursing as a career unappealing to me personally. That I just think that as a single mother, as a divorcee, it was a flexible career that helped me a lot. It was a career that allowed me to maintain a status of life, like a certain standard of living, not be homeless, be able to, I hate being in apartments, so being able to afford a home to buy and could prove that I could pay my mortgage. It's hot. I just wanted to be in the car for the heat, but I think now the heat is too much. Let's put on a little bit of AC. So I thought, as a nurse, the nursing career helped me, and I will encourage every mother, every single mother who can be a CNA, a tech in the hospital, or a nurse to become a nurse for themselves. Look at it that you're doing it for yourself, aside doing it for the patient, aside being a kind person, aside being compassionate, aside being empathetic, aside being kind, aside being a people person that want to give back. The nursing field as a whole is flexible for you raising kids. As a woman raising kids, you can work night shifts. You can work in PRN. Basically, when the kids are out of school and you have childcare, you work, and save some so you can make up for when the dry season. So you work when the rainy seasons are there. You just pick up when it's holidays and nobody wants to work. The kids are also not in school. You go work, save yourself some money. When the kids are back in school and you need to be there doing homework, assisting them, going to the library, doing this, doing that, driving them to activities, co-curricular activities, sports and all that, you are available. So the nursing career as a profession, these are the benefits. This is how it helped me. If you know my journey, you know my story for the past 16 years as a single mother, or as a mother who is not just a single mother, but a person that is constantly being traumatized, constantly being prevented to have access, constantly dealing with the parental alienation issue, constantly having to go back to court. It has even provided me the ability to pay this a huge amount of lawyer bills and still owe more. So the nursing career as a whole has its benefits. But is it appealing to me? No. There is so much about nursing I hate. I hate how the nurses eat their own. When you are a new nurse, you will see nurses that are nice, that are willing to hold your hand. You see nurses that are there to just chastise you, to look. As soon as you get a new job, they ask you, how long have you been? They want to judge, to decide the extent to which they want to orient you. Some want to just set you up. You work with your fellow nurses. The one that aches is when you work with African nurses. When you think about it, you all come from somewhere. You all came from greener pastures. And the lack of teamwork, the lack of pulling each other to grow disgusts me, and it doesn't make nursing appealing to me. Personally, as it is right now, if I'm doing nursing, like I said, for the advantages to be able to take care of my kids. I love the work I do. I just hate that I have to do it in the settings that I do it at. I have great relations with patients. I love me and my patients. Just go in, greet your patient. Sometimes I crack jokes with them. What I love about my career is the ability to go in and walk around the bedside, go do bedside rounding and be like, hey, good afternoon, how are you doing? I'm nurse this, I'm going to be your nurse today. And then that brings that rapport, that brings that trust, that helps them to, oh, really? Oh, with you and talk to you. I love that about my career, the ability to take care of them to the best of my knowledge. I have been a nurse for since 2008, 2009, LPN, then RN, and I have never been written out for poor work done, like shady work, like poor quality of work. That hasn't happened. And the workload, you go to work and management. Oh, and I ask myself, do you know right now that you can get a job as an LPN and you will get $40 an hour? No stress at all. You can work for agency as an LPN and get $45 an hour. And you can work for the same agency as a nurse and they will offer you like maybe $50 an hour, $48 an hour. And I asked myself, what was the sense in going to school? What was the sense in getting all that student loan? What was the sense in like wanting to improve yourself when you could be a social media blogger and know how to do it essentially, effectively, and add affiliate marketing to it and make way more, way more than nurses do in a week and in a month? I feel like, hey, how are you? Samuel, how? Hello, much love to everyone. And Godspeed to you all. God bless you too, Samuel Yostin, and then Daniel, Samuel Yostin. And why would you be a nurse and you want to deal with the toxic culture, the toxic narrative, the chastising? You know, that's why I like to not be a nurse, a teacher. You know, like teaching and bringing work home, right? Of course, now I want to be a teacher, but of course at the college level, right? But if you are a nurse, you just finish with it and come home. That's what I love about being a nurse too. That I finish my work. I hate management position because when I come home, my home is for me. My home time is for me, my family, and myself. I don't want to come home and be bothered with work once I clock in and clock out. So whilst that is another thing, people appreciate virtual work and stuff like that. I hate it because I don't want to work. I don't want to bring work home. I want to do work outside of the home, and then when I come home, I just have to close all doors, all windows, my ears, my eyes, everything docket closed on working, so that I can appreciate and experience that peace, that sanctuary that you created in your home for yourself. You know, because you go to work and it's so much toxicity, so much toxicity among nurses. You know, it's either African nurses are hating you. Oh, you are still here. Hey, you are here again. Hey, you doing overtime. They're always counting money in your pocket. And they are there doing the overtime for themselves. And then they hate when you're doing overtime because they hate when they hire new staff because you are coming to take their overtime. It's like, you know, and I will tell you, I find nursing unappealing these days because of the workload. Management need their bonuses. If you work where there is Oyibo people, I feel like they know the policies, they know your rights, they know that you know your rights because the workers are also Oyibo people, so they know that they know their rights. So they know that they don't have to overwork you. They don't have to give you. There is no nursing shortage. There is no nursing shortage. People just are disgusted by the way things are going. The budget, the pay. How would you go to school and finish? Thank you, Christine. And then you go into work and somebody look at your face and slap you with the $40-something rate. When you could do, these days, those who can do hair in a short amount of time can make that and have their own LLC, have their whole LLC, have their own LLC, and at the end of the year, they claim everything on the table with it. And you, as a nurse, driving your car, going and coming, you can't even claim nothing anymore on your taxes. So it is the policies, the toxic culture in the environment we work, how management bullies, and you don't feel appreciated. These are the reasons why people are leaving the bedside. There is so many more reasons, but to say that there is nursing shortage, why are people graduating every spring, every fall, every December, and every spring? Why do we have the 1 year, how do they call it, the fast track program, the traditional program? Why? They don't want to hire to lower the budget. Okay, they don't want to hire. That's right. They don't want to hire. And then the annoying part is sometimes you see supervisors that want to enslave. Some supervisors, I know some supervisors, as soon as you see them on the schedule, they want to add more staff to make the workload manageable. And some of them, even if there's a call out, you're going to work short, period. Like, why? Nurses chase people away so they get overtime. That is what is happening. Then the worst that you have to deal with is you work with CNAs and they are not considerate. The fact that you are sitting at the nursing station, it means you are not doing your job. The fact that you are sitting at the nursing station means you are idle. They can come up, they can gang up and say, oh, you are not a team player, you don't answer call lights, you don't this. They even expect you to go and change patients' diapers for them. So the nursing profession as a whole is unappealing to me as a person. But like I said, it makes living easier as a single mother or as a woman that is navigating life, raising your kids. The flexibility in creating your own schedule, deciding whether to work in the hospital, like if you're an LPN, you probably lack the flexibility and the diversity in the settings you choose to be. But if you're an LRN, for sure, you can do correctional nursing, acute care. Even in the acute care setting, you can choose different. There are some people that said they choose ICU because you know what, they don't have to deal with the 8 and the 7 and the 6-4 patients, or so you can at least have an option. They cry that they have too many patients. They cry they have too many patients, but the same people chase people away so they could make the overtime. No, I am from Ghana, honey. I'm from Ghana, but I live in the US. It's crazy, and it's so unappealing. Like, when I think about it, honestly, I appreciate that I had the ability to be a nurse so that I could change lives, but I could also be able to, as a single mother and who deals with all the things I've been put through, I could also afford life and living. But I don't wake up daily to look forward to nursing. I don't wake up. I do it because I need it. I don't do it because I love going in and dealing with the workload and dealing with the toxic culture in different settings, or dealing with management that think you should work short for them to get bonuses at the end of the year. If you work with DONs that are Africans and the whole staff working are Africans, they believe in enslaving so they can get their year-end bonuses. I remember going to work recently and I was on the clock. Yes, because I had this admission, and this admission, this is like 3 months ago or so. This admission, it took me as a nurse, the supervisor, and the CNA from the time we got there at 11 p.m. to like 2:45 a.m. doing just skin assessment. That is to tell you the extensive nature of the wound that came in on one human being. Oh, you're from Nigeria. Nice to meet you, Smith. on one human being. So you see that my whole shift went into one patient skin assessment. We're not talking about the admission itself. We're not talking about having to contact the on-call and discuss the patient condition with them. We're not talking about entering meds orders. We're not talking about nothing. We're not talking about no documentation. We're not talking about all the other patients and their needs. We're not talking about anything else. But nearly half or more of the shift is gone for one patient. And then it's an acute floor. So I have to finish and stay up, do labs, make sure labs are done, do all these things. And then I'm still on the floor. Some shift that's supposed to be ending at 7:30. At 9 o'clock, I'm like, you know what? I'm gone. I'm not gonna finish all these notes. I'm the person I'm detail oriented. This is how I document. I don't go to do their traditional documentation, OUD or this or that or list of. I pick my patients one at a time. I print on the sensors. I go down the line and check every documentation in their medical record to make sure everything is done. So that's why I said you will rarely see that I didn't do documentation. If I didn't do it, it's oversight, or I was busy doing it and then I was called distracted or something. I'm not saying I'm perfect. For most, all my documentation are done before I get. So then around 9:15 or so ish, I got up, coming to the clock out, maybe 9 or 9:15. To get to the office to let her know, give her my timesheet. When I went to clock out, I couldn't clock out. They said I was clocked out. I'm like, are you for real? I came, if you know me, you know me. I am confrontational. Like you will see me as confrontational. That's how you perceive me, because I will not be quiet about stupid things like that. And I'm like, Miss, I call her name. Did you clock me out? I'm still on your clock. I'm still working for you. I have not even taken a break. You clocked me out. That's against the labor law, right? The same place I worked, I can't remember, I can't forget this date. February 19th this year. It was a heavy snow, heavy snow. And I was called in. I'm not working. I was called in to come and help them, and I had to bring my car. Only to come, and this woman refused to pay me for nearly 2 months. I have to, claiming that, I overstayed, I wasn't supposed to do this. I'm like, your supervisor told me to overstay. Unless you can prove that this shift was covered, and it wasn't covered by me, because there was nobody covering that shift, and I was made to stay. Then we can talk about that. But so far as I know, I worked here. It wasn't like I was an extra nurse. I was the primary assigned nurse there. And I can prove that to the labor administration. I will be paid. Then arrogantly, she goes in and fixes my time. I had to threaten to take them to labor before I got paid. Like, for what the reason? What the H reason? What? So I get up every day and go to work, because I look forward to the patients I will take care of. I love that part of my job. And I look forward to the incentive. What is the incentive? My ability to provide for my kids, provide for myself, not become a beggar, not to need somebody. But when I think of how management mentality is to enslave, how the staff are not cordial, it doesn't make it appealing. And I don't wish any child of mine, especially if they are boys, to go into nursing. You can do something related to healthcare, but nursing, I'm thinking of paying off my student loan, because I didn't work the pandemic when people were working because of the forbearance and they were clearing their student loan. I didn't do that. I had a plan. I will get a job and the job will pay off my student loan, which I did. The plans worked. But once again, like I said, as a single mother, my kids' needs came, and I had to tend down some. I even got a job with a VA, something I wanted so badly. I had to get for my kids, so I'll be there for my kids. So now I'm thinking of getting this job. Of course, I've been hired already because of how I feel about the nursing job, the acute care, and the bedside thing. I have choose to almost to the end of the year is the start date I chose. The only reason I'm taking this is the 20,000 sign-on bonus. And the sign-on bonus, they are going to use you. They are going to use you and have a plan. If I go and I have to be the CNA, I have to be the one changing diapers, bathing patients, and doing that. No, I'd rather pay that $20,000 back and I will quit. Because I have no the best side changing diapers, bathing patients, doing that total care, giving medications, assessment, IVs, wound care. I have no desire for that. Do it all. I admire anyone that work hard, but I feel sorry for these African nurses who are pressured by family members in Africa to send what they don't have. I'm telling you, I listen to them cry and complain. It's crazy, Miss Christine. It's crazy. Thank God I have put people to their places, so now I don't have to do that. You give them, they don't appreciate, and then the day you are unable to meet their needs, they hate you. They only know you when you give and give and give and give. So I have made it a goal to end every transactional relationship. Family relationships that are transactional, I end them. I put my feet down. I can see you and smile at you. If you don't want to smile, I don't care. You're not smiling because I am not sending money anymore. I am not doing it. I am not. I have my kids. Nobody sends money from Africa when I'm in distress to come and support me, and I shouldn't have to be here alone as a single mother working my ass off and, excuse my vocabulary, and work so hard because of people. I'm going to work, but I'm going to work because I need to work. And when I finish taking care of my needs and I am okay and I have excess, I'll send to those who need it. But I'm not doing. Many of them are sick with high blood pressures from stress. Yes. How many times have you heard they gone to Africa, they come in and they sitting at the airport and they have PE and they die, they die? I know nurses that I've worked with in the past. One Nigerian woman like that, nice woman, when I used to work with her, year 2010 at one nursing home like that. Then I was an LPN. This woman went to Nigeria. This is like in the last 8 years or just around the pandemic time. This woman went to Nigeria on her way back. She suffered heart attack. She had PE and she died. You work. You don't sleep at home. These days, I am consciously making effort to even not work night shift. I am someone that hates day shift with passion. But these days, if you call me, you give me night shift, especially if I'm home and you call me for night shift, you're wasting your time. If I choose the night shift, of course, I needed the shift and I pick it up, well, I'll be there. I'll psych myself and try and wake up and get there. But to leave my home, to call me, to come and work at night, forget it. I am making conscious effort now to choose day shift, even though I hate day shift. Why do I hate day shift? The workload, the wound care, the this, the that, the IVs. I'm sick and tired of it, okay? I need some time to do this work and not have to get this lab order in when the systems now are saying the doctors and we nurse practitioners supposed to enter the orders. They will stop you in the middle of the hallway and want you to enter the order, and they want the nurse practitioners and the doctors to enter the orders for accuracy. That is part of eliminating error, but they want you to enter it. And these LPNs, doctors in the nursing homes, and I'm like, you know what? Caribbean nurses are facing the same thing. Wow. It's just it's listen. I'm just done. The only reason I'm gonna, like I'm saying, take this job. Oh, why am I making that decision? Also, I'm making that decision because I didn't know my student loan was actually um my student loan was actually being charged, of course, interest rate and all. So why? I just got to know like 2 months ago, around June or so, that last year alone, I my the interest put on my student loan was just about 53,000, but of course, with the interest rate that is they kept putting the interest on is going to be high, so barely under 60. So if to this year and last year add to it to be around 60. So guess what? And I made mistake because the money I use it to invest into something whereby if I knew this is the instead, right? Instead, right? So now I have to strategize and give myself a and try to pay it off. So that's pretty much it. That's It's not that I am so there in need for this job. I am not. I don't have interest in this bedside. I'm just done, especially acute care. You know, as someone who is in charge of my unit, they can't stay awake because they came from another job. Tell me about that one too. I spend so much of my time pleading with them to take care of themselves. Yes. And you are even nice. Some of them like that. So if it's some of the charge, how dare you sleep? They'll take pictures of you. I had a job recently. I wanted to even use my Auntie Linda, Linda says video to do. She said they fired her from the job. Well, pretty much they were gonna fire her, and she was like, "Nice meeting you." She went to work, and obviously she said in her video means all the other co-workers sleep when it's low, everybody sleeps. She alone went to sleep. They took pictures of her and they went to show to her management, and the manager sent those pictures to her. And soon as they sent to her, she was like, all right, I see. Then she know they were gonna fire her, so she was like, "Nice meeting you," and she quit just on the phone. And her reply to those pictures were, "Nice meeting you." After that, and she said, "But guess what? I'm not jobless. God help me, I got another job." But I did this video to raise awareness so you guys, Africans, you come abroad, know that you can sleep at work, which is true. But this is the thing. Nurses does this thing. When they have a click, oh, they can sleep at night. They can take it easy. They can do their work their own terms. However, if someone that is not part of their clique doze off, they'll take a picture of them and go and show to management. Yes, they all sleep, but if they don't like you, they will set you up good. And that is the toxic culture I'm talking about. You understand? Why are you hating somebody and trying to gang up and paint, showcase, and present the person as a bad person when you know that it is just that you don't like them, is their personality you don't like, is how they carry themselves that you don't like. You have no idea how many times I'll go to work and people hate me just because I don't want to put on the weaves that they have on, the wigs, the girly wigs and stuff. I've never had eyelashes. And have no intention of having any. Of course, I do my eyebrow, but I with age, I lose a lot. I'm even glad it's coming back now. So I don't even shave it anymore because when I shave it, it's nearly nothing is there. But I will tell you how many times you get hated on just because you choose to be natural, just because you chose to not do makeup, just because you chose to be yourself, just because you chose to go to work and not be part of the gossips. The little talks, the small talks, the backstabbing, the, you know, I don't think any other culture is as toxic as healthcare. This, this, and that is what makes it unappealing. Nursing, bedside is so unappealing. Recently, I was supposed to go for this interview. I wish I did, but something happened. I just couldn't make it. I was going to be like more like a case manager type of thing, but it has a title, and I love it because as a nurse practitioner, psych, that's what's part of what I do anyway. Trying to map the patients when they are leaving the center with services in the community, match their needs with services, that kind of thing, and kind of collaborate with other services in the community, so when they discharge the patient, they will be able to still, manage life without necessarily feeling threatened and wanting to rush back to the hospital and to the centers again, you know. But anyway, I thought I'd talk about it and share my thoughts, and this is a conversation that we're going to have again, but just because I need to get off live, so it's about 33 minutes and I feel like it's long enough. So thank you so much, Christine, for coming. Thank you for all those who showed up. I will come again later, God willing, and we'll have another conversation. But think about it. Personally, I don't think there's a nursing shortage. I think that the toxic culture, the poor pay, the workload, these are some of amongst these are few of the many reasons people are shunning the profession. People are just shunning the profession. They have their licenses. They are not. Somebody said she left bedside nursing, allowed her license to expire, and went to take a retail job that paid less but less stressful. Can you imagine? Anyway, that is, we can all do better, and I think the policies must change to be on our side. The student loans, we must have help that pays off these student loans. Otherwise, who want to do it? After I pay off my student loan, do I want to sign the contract and come and be enslaved in the hospital or anybody place to work? No. So make it better for us, to make it easy for us to get the jobs and maintain them. That is what is going to prevent the shortage, because I don't think there's a shortage. There is a problem going on, and that is not a shortage. It is the problem that is causing the shortage. So let's fix the problems. I love you guys, and thanks for your support. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share.